didn't get a say, so they just started popping up.
Commercial marijuana grows are overtaking certain neighborhoods in Denver. We found a grow located right next to a school in a neighborhood. It's perfectly legal, and that has residents and city leaders pushing for more legislation and regulation.
Liz Gelardi joins us to explain what she found. Liz?
And we found a big difference in regulations when it comes to marijuana stores versus grows. Just this week, a council member suggested putting a cap on the number of marijuana businesses. It is a possible solution to help neighborhoods like this. Tucked in a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood.
The grow facilities, they're really out of sight, out of mind.
Muy fuerte.
But neighbors complain the smell is pretty much constant.
Muy fuerte.
Very strong.
Parents say you can smell marijuana at Bruce Randolph School, especially in the back soccer field near a warehouse where a Denver dispensary is growing pot. There are days when Luz Lomeli tells her 2 daughters not to play outside.
They stay inside the cafeteria. They stay inside the school, which at the same time I feel bad because, I mean, they do want to come out, especially if it's a nice day.
Unlike medical marijuana stores, there are no restrictions about grows being located near schools or homes. But when it comes to the actual storefronts, they must be located 1,000 feet from schools.
We need to look into our zoning.
We broke it down by council district. Nearly 200 grows and cultivations in District 7, 153 in District 8, and 130 in District 9. But other districts have 0.
Quality of life.
Councilor Albus Brooks represents one of the most concentrated areas in the city.
It's overwhelming to see the number of grow facilities in the last 2 years that have moved into their industrial landscape in that neighborhood.
One of these grow facilities could pop up in your neighborhood and you might not even know it. Public hearings are only required for medical marijuana dispensaries and retail marijuana stores. Inside grows,
This here are flowering plants.
owners say they're limited.
The only reason the grows are concentrated in those certain neighborhoods is because that's where we're allowed to be.
Marijuana businesses battle constantly changing rules and regulations. LiveWell CEO John Lord showed us around his 140,000 square foot warehouse located in a heavily industrial area.
I think the biggest challenge now is, in fact, over-regulation.
He says city zoning laws force them into industrial areas. Some just happen to be by neighborhoods. It comes down to where they can find space.
The larger industrial parks are usually nationally owned. Then we touch federal regulations, so they don't normally want to rent to cannabis businesses.
Instead, you see cinder block buildings or smaller warehouses like the ones half a block from Carmen Garcia's home. We talked with her and other residents with help from a translator.
Claro que no es justo que...
Just because we're poor, it's not fair that they bring these kind of businesses here. These kind of things do not happen in rich and wealthy neighborhoods.
These women, most of them mothers, told us they felt helpless. They're worried about their children and grandkids.
Para los niños.
For us, we feel that it's very difficult to change what is already in place, but we would like to change what is coming. And this is especially important for the children.
A neighborhood changed by an industry that is constantly changing, growing. And the proposal to put a cap on marijuana-related businesses is in the very early stages. It is still being debated. I checked with the city to get their reaction. A spokesperson told me Denver recognizes that it has reached what they call a saturation point, but they say the devil is in the details when it comes to a proposal to try and address these concerns. Residents and industry leaders will have a chance to voice their opinions at a meeting next week on Wednesday. Reporting live in the studio, Liz Gelardi, Denver 7.